Mulan. Mulan.
Mulan, directed by the same person who directed McFarlane. Have you ever seen McFarlane?
McFarlane USA.
It's a really good movie. So you would hope that this movie, Mulan, which is an adaptation from the original animation of Disney. What is your first? Actually, give me how you feel about this movie your first time.
This will pretty much be throughout my entire review. This movie kind of sucked all the fun out of Mulan.
Wow. Okay.
Sucked the childhood joy. Just sucked it all out.
Okay.
Sucked. Drained.
Okay, give me a specific thing that you didn't like about this movie.
One specific thing, I guess, would be that there was no joy to it. There was no, like, you didn't really care about Mulan because she didn't really have a personality. She was already kind of built
to be that warrior.
To be the warrior. She had no arc. Like, much like Captain Marvel, how she was just powerful to begin with and cool to begin with. There wasn't like a fall and a there's
we're trashing Captain Marvel.
I'll take any chance to trash Captain Marvel.
That's it? Yeah, it's gotta be more than that, man. I know that, okay. I think
that's mostly what I didn't like is that she just wasn't likable.
Was there any good in this at all that you like in this movie?
The stylistic action was cool. I appreciated that. It was very what's that guy's name? Justin Lin. He directs similarly to that with the rotation of the camera work and stuff like that. But that's the only redeeming quality this movie has. Let's be honest. If this was a standalone movie, it'd be like, alright, that's fine. I still don't like this character.
I love this movie.
Really? Okay, I was like, you would, dude.
I did not, no. Look, I didn't hate this movie. If you were to rank this movie, I'd put this as probably the fourth best live action Disney movie that they made so far. Fourth best. Of course, Cinderella is still my number one. It's the best out of all the live action.
Did you like Jungle Book?
I did, but it's not up there for me.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had number 2 was Aladdin, the 3 was Beauty and the Beast, and this is number 4. I hated Lion King. I didn't think Lion King did anything that was... Now, the redeeming quality of this movie I do like is they took risks. I agree with Paul. It is just not the same as the animation. You can't... A lot of people are going into this movie thinking that it's going to be the same type of flow, same type of tone like the animation. It's not. It's more of a serious tone. For sure. Do you understand? The comedy doesn't work at all. There's no comedy, and then when they tried it, it didn't work, and it fell flat. If they had music in it, it might have flowed a little bit better. It might have given a little bit more, as Paul said, joy. But I get what they're doing. They're taking risks. They're making this movie into more of a serious tone, and it just didn't work. The other thing that didn't, my wife, she hated.
Like, it's a Disney movie. It's supposed to be enjoyable. It's not supposed to be gritty.
No, I agree. I do like the aspect that they mix in with some new stuff in there. Even though some of the new character didn't really do anything, it falls flat. There's no relationship development within the group. In the animation, you care about these guys. You care about these guys. They build the bond, but in this movie, it just didn't work whatsoever. I do say this though. I told my wife this. If they would have made this into a Chinese-speaking movie, it would have worked better because the acting wasn't that good. The dialogue doesn't match the facial of who they are. I know that sounds weird, but I've seen like some of these actors act in their own language in their own movie, and actually they're better actors because if you think about it, if you and I were to be in a movie and we have to learn Russian and we have to speak Russian, I think we might focus on getting the dialogue, and miss out on what maybe our expression on our face would be. So I give him a break on that one. I think I would have liked this movie a little bit more if it was in Chinese. I know that sounds stupid.
I kind of agree with you on that.
But I think that the flow of the movie and the acting would be a lot better. But man, this one.
I mean, if they were gonna take the risk, they might as well have taken that risk.
I agree with you. And so, see, even the baby is crying. It's so horrible. It is not a good movie, but I still enjoy it. I think there's still, you know, the relationship between the father and daughter that hits me in the heart because, you know, I have a daughter, and so I thought that scene, the last scene, was really good too. And so between her and the dad.
Oh, so there was a lot of stuff in the movie they like took out of the original and like kind of adapted into a new, like a different way, which I didn't really like. Like, if you're gonna do it, do it. But if you're gonna like change things, make it a good change.
That's why Cinderella, I love that movie because it stuck to the original story from the animation, but it adds certain element to it that you don't need, like the mouse making dresses and stuff. You didn't need that, and it worked perfectly. Like, and you know, given, you know, the mom, like you have the story with the mom, you know, how she died, and you know, all that. So there, you can sprinkle on this new element to the story, but the core of it, you keep it the same. And Mulan did that, but they tried these new things.
They took out really important things. Like, they took out all her, it didn't fit right, but they took out Mushu, they took out the cricket, they took out the horse. Like, they took out everything that made Mulan kind of likable, like by surrounding her by characters that made everything better. Like the lucky cricket, like she was super lucky because of that cricket.
Yeah.
Mushu helped her like with her journey, and they replaced it with some stupid phoenix. That was stupid.
That was really dumb.
Mulan, Order of the Phoenix.
And the bad guy, there's nothing. It's just one flat, you know, nothing. Just the same old.
Which one? The witch? There's a witch. I don't even care if there spoilers, dude. There's a witch.
But I get why they have the witch there, because they're trying to show the element of the chi. Remember in the beginning, she has that chi, the power within her,
and then it never appears again.
Well, it does. There it is, because that's instead of becoming a warrior, she's already is, but they subdued her power, just like Captain Marvel, and then brings it out at the end. So she didn't really develop anything
cheesy.
Like, I don't know. This movie.
Alright, let's give it a rating.
I give this probably a Netflix. Even though I
right, Netflix, alright.
I still enjoy somewhat a little bit the relationship between the father. So I disagree with Paulo. The action was horrible too. I didn't think the action was that good. It could have been so much better, in my opinion.
Well, I'm gonna go lower. I'm gonna say Redbox. It sucks because this is like the first new movie that they're like, hey, we'll put on the streaming service for you that you already have. But
go check it out. I mean, well, if you have Disney Plus, or wait till December, you can watch it for free on Disney Plus, or you can order $30, or you can just borrow someone else's username and watch it on their username.
Right.
Anyway,
thanks for watching.
Later, nerds.